What's up, everyone? It's Thor, and I have the best of the best Stamina Sorcerer PvP build for Flames of Ambition and Forward. Hands down, the best build I could conceive, and it performs so very well with more upcoming gameplay footage where you can see all of it in action. This is primarily a solo build, but works in small scale and large groups with some altercations to the build. Now, we're going to go over all the gear, and then we're going to go over the stats, and then we're going to go over the skills, and then we're going to go over the food, the mundus, all that good stuff, and try to explain everything and keep it under 10 minutes. Alright, so this is for you guys. This is the king sauce of all sauce. Alright, let's begin with our very top. Vatran's Mall. Yep, so good. It's broken. And, on Stam Sorc, it's just even more busted because you're a burst build and it helps you burst even harder. Bow, Clever Alchemist. That's our second set. It only stays active on the back bar. It's defending. It's very OP. Pop a pot, get a ton of damage. Gaze of Sithis is the mythic item that we are using for this build. It complements our next set I'm about to show you very well, and we'll go over why I'm doing this and what makes it work so well in this build. As Heartland's Conquer, the meat and potatoes. This is essentially doubling up the trait of whatever weapons you are running. So in my case, having a maul, which gives you 3,500 penetration, plus 3,500 for being sharpened, plus 3,500 from getting the double bonus from the Heartland's Conqueror set. So we talking about if they had armor on, they might as well be naked and you're snapping tiles at their butt cheeks on the run. That have no chance. They can do nothing. And our bow, this is why we opted for a two-hander on the back so we could get the full bonus of defending and not smaller pieces. We wanted the big chunk so we could double up on that defensive bonus on the back bar. So there you have it, 6,500 resistances plus 4k resistances from the helmet and our CP. This allows us to have over 30k resistance while wearing 1 heavy and 6 medium. One Piece Crags, you can choose anything you like for your One Piece monster set. I chose for even more penetration because we already have such high weapon damage that investing into more weapon damage, in my opinion, had diminishing returns. And I just wanted to get more penetration so I could really get the full value out of the damage that I'm dealing. You could opt for a One Piece Blood Spawn for more recovery, or a Damihas for more stamina and magicka. Heartland's Conqueror will be all on the body pieces as we need it to be up all the time, with 2 Hekaijos, 6 Impen, 1 well fitted, but a second well fitted would probably do you better. And as for our jewelry, it's all Clever Alchemist, all infused weapon damage. And moving on real quick, we'll talk about the poisons, double dot poisons on the bow, and for potions, I like to use tripods or movability pots. Tripods for being defensive and movability for being offensive, as well as Artam takeaway broth or any other stamina boosting food will work. If your sustain is really good, then you can probably get away with tri-stat food. Alright, before we continue, we can just go over the stamina, 64 points, and Serpent Mundus. If you're really good on recovery, you could change this to the lever for more penetration and change your crags out for stamina recovery, so you could have more penetration, slightly less recovery. But I like it better this way. Okay, now we are going to go over how much buff this build has. So let's look at the resistances. There it is, slightly over 30k physical and spell resistance, which is a dookie load, my friends. Oh, let's put our food back on. Dookie load for medium armor. And our weapon damage, that would be 6637. So about 6,700 weapon damage, which is a poopy ton. Our penetration is 12k as shown on here, but now that it has major breach, go ahead and add another 5k to that. Plus crystal weapon does 1,000 to that anyway, so it's probably about 20k penetration we're looking at. Yeah, 20k penetration, my friends. And yeah, and we have 2480 stamina recovery. So lots of recovery, over 30k health, over 30k stam, 6,700 weapon damage, so much penetration, tons of resistance. It's just bloated. The build is overall bloated. When you need to be on the defense bar, it does that well. You defend well. When you have to be on the offense bar, it does that so well. It clobbers everything. Great sustain. There's just, in my opinion, this build has no weak points. They've all been covered in Gorilla Glue. You are good to go. So, with that being said, we went over the gear, the race. I'm an orc. The food, the potions, the pollutions, all that stuff. Let's go over the skills really quick. Crystal weapon, bound armaments, rally, dizzying swing, executioner, dawnbreaker on the front bar, dark deal, ball of lightning, resolving vigor, caltrops, and hurricane with atronach. The back bar ultimate is flexible. You could also switch that out with temporal guard for the minor protection. I like this for the stam recovery bonus, and it works really good when you have to go in the defense. Add razor caltrops, really great because this is what gives us our major breach on our enemies in a group. So if you get them all grouped up in there and you drop a dawnbreaker, it's going to hurt very bad. And it slows their movement, deals a little bit of dot damage, and is a good way to choke or funnel or evade. So I really like it on this build. Ball lightning, we chose this morph because we don't like to get hit by projectiles while we're evading, so this takes care of that by eating them up. Bound armaments gives our light attack damage a bigger bonus, as well as increases our max stamina, which is really good to have on that particular bar as we're running the Vatrum Mall, as it has a one line of max stamina, so we can capitalize on the higher stamina pool. Crystal weapon gives us 1,000 penetration, as well as hits almost as hard as dizzying swing, so pairing your combo up very nicely will do a ton of burst damage. I'll make another video probably down the road on how to sequence abilities and play the build, or you can just watch a couple of my X videos with a commentary on top and to explain how the build performs. So let's see if we forgot anything. We got the skills, we got the stats, we got the gear, we got the goods, the champion points. We'll go over this really quick. So I'm not going to go over all the passives. We're just going to go over the main slotted ones. Master at Arms, Deadly Aim, Resilience, Duelist Rebuff. In the red tree, we have Balanced Vitality, Ironclad, Rejuvenation, Juggernaut. And in your role-playing build tree, you can do whatever you like on there. Well, guys, that is it for the build. If you have any questions or concerns, go ahead and leave it in the comment section of the video. I will be glad to answer them. And stay strong, AD, and a shout out to High Ends of Tamriel and the Argonian Rebellion for whenever they make donations to help me make videos like this and try new things out. So thanks you guys for watching, and Thor is out.